the karma-generating machine. The basis of bondage is just this, I like this, I don't like this, I love this, I hate this. Once you divide creation like this, your ability to touch that dimension, which we call as the source of creation, is out of reach for you. I want you to pay attention, all the children also, okay? Hello? All of you should pay attention to small things. A blade of grass, a leaf, an ant. You saw an ant? Huh? Really closely, you must look at an ant. Whoever made this ant, has it been made with meticulous attention or simply, okay, just a bloody ant? Huh? What do you think? Very well made? Well made or no? Very well made, isn't it? Fantastic ant actually, not just a bloody ant. So if the creator, if the source of creation is willing to pay that much attention to a tiny little ant, who the hell are you to decide what you like and what you dislike? There is a very big difference between doing what I like and doing what is needed. When you start doing what is needed, there is no such thing as what is it that I like and what is it that I do not like. If you just transcend this one thing, that I like something, I dislike something, if you just transcend this one thing, 90% of your spiritual work is over, that's all.
Your spine is the axis of the universe. They're not saying this because they believe that you are in the center of the universe. Because you are capable of knowing the universe only from the context of your experience. And the basis of your experience is in your spine. If any individual has to truly determine the nature of his experience on this planet, 100%, then having a little bit of mastery over the spine becomes essential. Only that one who anyway determines the nature of his experience would dare to explore the full potential of his life because he wouldn't hesitate to step into anything. If your experience is determined by anything other than yourself, naturally you'll try to avoid a few things and go after a few things. Every little sound that you hear, see if you can conduct it through your spine. Everything that you see if you can conduct it through your spine. Right now, I'm speaking. The sound itself is not flowing through this wire, but in the form of electrical impulse, it is going through this wire, through the speakers, and boom. If I get this, that's not going to work, this is not going to work. Spine is just like this. Spine itself doesn't know anything, but it is conducting everything. Only the one who understands that all this bunch of wires out there can manage this sound properly, how it should be. We've been having some trouble, you know, because too many wires. Only if you understand every wire that's out there, you can manage this sound just the way you want it. Otherwise, in between, so many things will happen. The same with this one. If you have a little mastery over how it's being conducted, then you can ensure what kind of experience you're producing for yourself. Otherwise, everything becomes accidental. Once the very experience of your life is happening accidentally, once your very way of being is accidental, if you're existing here accidentally, then that's like being a potential calamity, you know. Just the fear, what'll happen to me, what'll happen to me, destroys everything. The beauty and the gracefulness of being human will be completely lost once the fear of what will happen is there in my mind. It is not the complexity of external situation which is doing this. It is just that we are not determining the nature of our experience within ourselves.
Right now, most people are made like this. If I ask you to be intense, you become tense. If I ask you to relax, you become lax. In tension and in laxity, your ability to perceive is greatly reduced, isn't it so? Yes or no? When you're tense, you don't even see things which are right in front of you. When you're lax, also you do not see. But to be intense and relaxed is the way. You got to work at it. When I say you got to work at it, everything that's being taught to you, whatever the practice, however simple it looks, if you give yourself, that's what it is doing to you on one level. The voltage of your energy is slowly being raised. At the same time, it is becoming more and more relaxed within you. Because intensity and relaxation are the most essential qualities for you to be perceptive. Why am I going on talking about perception is, only what you perceive you know, rest is all nonsense. You can believe this and that, but essentially, only what you perceive, you know. Yes? At least you should know when you're getting into trouble. Yes? Most people do not know. Most people do not know when they're getting into trouble. They think only life situations are trouble. Life situations are situations, some we know how to handle, some we do not know how to handle, some we handle well, some we handle in a ham-handed way, something we do. But if you do not know how to handle this and this, you are in real trouble, but most people don't get it. Something happened, something did not happen in your life, that's not trouble. When you don't know what's happening within you, you are in real trouble. Lifetimes of trouble, believe me. We have lost sync within nature and we think that is our nature. No. All the many ailments, many problems that human beings are suffering is simply because we have lost that awareness as to how to be in sync with the many forces which are making us who we are. So yoga is to bring that sync so that you are in rhythm with life. If you become in rhythm with life, you will also wake up somewhere just after 3 a.m. If you're conscious, suddenly a certain spark of aliveness will happen within you. Even if you're in deep sleep, you will come awake. This must happen to you. This means you're falling in sync with it. You're falling in sync with life.
So what should I do? Should I meditate? Should I do a kriya? Doesn't matter what. You must do a process for which you have been initiated for. Because initiation means you were not just taught a practice, it was introduced into your system, it was implanted in your system. So whatever, if there is a life seed within you, If you're awake at Brahma Muhurtam and sit for whatever that practice is, it bears maximum fruit because of the way the planet is behaving in relation to your system.
This is the 84th creation. The memory of these 84 creations are still there in your body. If you do not cleanse that, this memory will bind you. Based on these 84 asanas, one asana is all that's needed. You just have to master that. There are many symbols or there are many aspects in the body which clearly say that the memory of these 84 creations are still there in your body. It is there in every atom in the existence. So what you're trying to cleanse is, you want to cleanse it from the memory because this memory binds you. This memory gives you a sense of belonging. At the same time, this memory binds you, it doesn't let you go. See whether you like it or you don't like it. Your great-grandfather who died long time ago is right now living through you in some way, at least in the shape of your nose, the way you think, the way you sit, the way you stand, isn't he? Yes or no? You might have thought you buried him, but he's popped up inside of you and living. If you look deep enough, the memory goes way back. If you want to evolve, you have to cleanse yourself of the memory which is imprinted on the elements in your system. If the elements do not lose their memory, they will not behave the way you want, they will keep on repeating the old cycles. You may think your forefathers are dead, no, those guys are living through you. You know, Jesus said, leave the dead to the dead. This is the reason, when somebody takes sannyas, the first thing that we do is, they do karmas to their parents who are still living. The intention is not that they should die, the intention is you want to cleanse your memory. You don't want to be influenced by your genetics, because if you're influenced by your genetics, you'll just become a cyclical process, you will not go anywhere. You'll be going in circles thinking you're going somewhere. So one level is on the chemistry, the genetics, another level, the deeper level is on the elemental level. We want to cleanse that. If you do not cleanse that, this memory will bind you, the memory will make you go in circles. Based on this 84 asanas, 84 creations, all these things are connected, you don't have to go by that. Anyway, because of this 84, out of this 84 asanas that are created, these 84… when we say 84 asanas, do not think of them as just 84 postures. These are 84 systems of attaining. A yogi masters only one asana, he does not practice 84 or 600 as people are doing. In America, they come and tell me, I am doing 320 asanas. I said, what for? Every idiot is doing thousands of asanas, whichever way they sit, it's an asana only. One asana is all that's needed, you just have to master that. So 84 ways to attain, this is what 84 asanas are. And these 84 are pertaining to the four elements, 21 each. There are many other aspects to this, but it will… without a certain dimension of experience within you, I will be taking you into belief, which I don't want to do.
Western cultures always told people to release their energy by talking, by communicating, sex, and so many other activities, social activities. The East always talked about conserving the energy so that it could be built up in such a point that it will spill from the top, not from somewhere else. If you spill your energies through the senses, then you will know small pleasures, but you will never know the ecstasy of having an intense life within yourself. So intense that you're always constantly at the edge of life. You're very much a part of this world, but you are not of this world.
So, how is color significant for human consciousness as such, or for any kind of spiritual process? It is significant in the sense that the color that you reflect will naturally add to the aura that you carry. So why is it that spiritual processes, for different types of processes, we use different kind of colors is those who are on a path where they don't want to gather anything, they will wear white. Those who are into a different kind of sadhana, if their sadhana is mild, but they're on the spiritual path, but they're involved with various aspects of life, they don't want to gather life around them. They want to be participating in life, but they don't want to gather anything. Such people will choose to wear white. People who are on a more intense sadhana, which is oriented towards a particular chakra in the body, which is known as agna, between the eyebrows, they will wear orange because the color of the chakra is orange. They want to radiate that color because the whole process is about enlightenment and reaching to that state of knowing, opening up that dimension of perception which is referred to as the third eye. So they will seek always ochre or orange color because that is the color of the agna. The yellow robes were worn by Buddhist monks because the process that Gautama gave to the initial stage of Buddhist monks was very rudimentary process. He chose this process for the people because it did not need any preparation, but he wants to cause a wave of awareness. That means he doesn't stay in any town for more than a day. Continuously he is moving from village to village, town to town. There's no time to prepare people for any kind of practice. So the practice that he gives them is very rudimentary, but still he is converting them into monks. He's fixing their life, but not giving them enough preparatory steps. So he told them to wear the yellow robe, because yellow is the color of the Mooladhara, the most basic chakra in the body is Mooladhara. So he wants them to be stable. For a monk, the most important thing is he practices stability in his life. So he just wants them to be stable. They don't have to fly off into a blissful experience, they don't have to get enlightened right now, they don't have to get anywhere. They just have to learn to be stable because he is preparing soldiers to shake the world with awareness. So he told them to wear yellow robes, just to stabilize and stabilize and stabilize. Such a process is taught when you are charting out a spiritual path for a few lifetimes. See, that tradition still continues in the Buddhist way of life. They keep coming back and coming back to do more work and more work. Devi is always red because red is the most vibrant color. Of all the colors, red is the most vibrant color and feminine represents that. Whether you like it or not, there is a longing in a woman to be like a flower because nature has given that possibility for her. There is a certain quality in the feminine which is flowery. So, when we say flower, the first thing that comes into most people's mind is always red. A red flower is always the real flower. Other things are on the way. Red is vibrant. It is the color of vibrance.
Devi, or the feminine form of the divine, is the most vibrant form of divine. It's something nobody can miss.
What does it mean by saying this is the last life, after this is moksha? Freedom. Moksha means freedom or liberation. What is the bondage? Please understand that. What is the bondage in your life? Body. What else? Huh? No, those are secondary. Only because you have you're attached to your body, you're attached to somebody. Please see that. If you're not attached to this body, you will not be attached to any body. It's not possible. Only because of your attachment to this body, you are getting attached to other bodies. You say, my family, the only thing that you know actually about them is their body. Please see. Because it's only from your attachment to your body that is happening. You know a little bit of their emotion and thought, but that is only in reflection of the body. Please see. The fundamental is the body, isn't it? Isn't it so? The most fundamental is body, please see. Today, the deepest attachment between people come in man-woman relationship, isn't it? Why? Because of the body. Where bodies are touching has become the deepest attachment, isn't it? This is simply because right now people are existing as body. For them, truly opening up to somebody means opening up the body, nothing else. Because they cannot open up anywhere else. What else they can open? Huh? Not really, mind is never open. People are talking about open mind, there is no such thing. Mind is a closed end always. They believe it's open, for comfort's sake. Tell me, how will you open your mind? There is no such thing as open mind, because mind is a closed possibility. It is an accumulation, isn't it? What are you going to open in this? What are you going to open in this? What is there to see anyway? You have attached an enormous amount of importance to your mind, I know. But please look at it sincerely. What is there in your mind apart from what you gathered from outside? What is there in your mind? Why should I look into your mind? I can look around the world and I know what is there. Why should I look through the distortion of your mind? Isn't it? Huh? Tell me one new idea. No, you're very mistaken. Electricity was always there in your body, every moment. Your body doesn't move a limb without electricity. One beat does not happen without electricity. If you just looked in, you would know electricity very easily, okay? You're talking about internet. Internet has always been there. For example, I'm completely uneducated, if you ask me, spiritually. I have never read anything, I've kept myself away from all scriptures always. But never have I been ever put into a situation where I have to think what to do. I always know what to do. Because there is an internet of its own. If you are open, it's always available. The internet was always there, only now you're, transmitting other kind of information on your internet. Otherwise, internet has always been there, much bigger than the net that you have. Everything that's worth knowing is right here. It's all there. You only just observed something and put it in a different application, that's all, isn't it? Your internet is not even bigger than your brain, isn't it so? Yes or no? So it is just a small replica of this, isn't it? Just a different application for what was already there. Tell me, what is one new idea you've had? Everything that creation has, you are just imitating in small ways, that's all, isn't it? Yes or no? What is there in creation, you're just imitating in little ways. It's fine, it's good you're doing it, but don't think you invented, created something new, no. You're just finding different applications for what was already there.
Tonight before you go to bed, spend at least 12–15 minutes reminding yourself, you're neither this body nor this mind. Just lie down and just remind yourself, this body is not really you. It is mine right now for use, but it's not really me. Just… if you're not able to do it, just link it to your breath. Inhalation, I'm not the body. Exhalation, I'm not even the mind. Just lie down for 12 minutes and do it till the last moment, till you fall asleep.